What is going on, guys? My name is Jacob with Team Regulars Airsoft, and today we're going to be going over my guns I own. The first gun we're going to be going over is my SEMA AK-105. It may look stock from the outside, but actually internally it's pretty done up nice and well. I have a Lonex A5 motor in there. I think it's the balanced one, so it's the high speed, high torque one. It gives it a nice snappy trigger pull if you're running like a really high lipo in it. The gears are stock, the piston and all that is stock, but the hop up and inner barrel are what really make this gun unique to all my other guns I own. This gun can shoot so far that literally I have, out of all the guns I've owned, this is the best one I've ever owned range wise. I want to say I get at least 200 feet, maybe 250 feet out of this. I think what gives it that is because I have a Pro-Win hop up unit with a Prometheus bucking and a modified flat hop nub, and the inner barrel is a 6.02 or 3. It's not super tight, so it gives it the nice cushion of air for it to travel. Other than that, it's pretty stock. The paint job I did myself, pretty much just got 3 different colors of green and just sprayed it kind of from a distance and let the mist carry over, so it gives it that jungle look. Yeah, that's the AK-105. So the next gun we're going to be talking about is another AK. It's a E&L. It's pretty much a Draco, if you're used to that kind of language with AKs. It's just a really short AK. Obviously, it's made by E&L, so everything's stamped steel, and it's really rugged, and I've dropped this thing a lot of times, and even the wood, it's real wood. Even the wood doesn't chip or anything. I put a Action Army 40K motor and a hop-up nub and bucking. I think the hop-up nub is the modified one, and it's the same setup as the AK-105. This thing also shoots pretty far, but this is more of my CQB gun, so it has a really low FPS. It's under the 350 limit for indoor fields, and it's good just to run a really big drum mag on this thing and just let kids have it. This thing is so snappy, and if you're on a really high lipo, you can obviously obliterate a whole lot of people. So this is my first M4. This is my newest one out of all of them. I actually bought this at the Airsoft GI Boneyard sale. I bought it as pretty much in pieces. It didn't have a stock and a buffer tube, and it didn't have a trigger unit in the gearbox, and everything came disassembled, so I had to put it back together. But what gives this one unique is it actually has a mid-length M-LOK mag pull rail, and I had to actually Dremel the barrel, the outer barrel, to get the triangle front post to stay in a certain spot so I can get that rail to fit. And it was honestly a little bit of work, but now that I got it all done, it looks amazing. It's wired to the front. It's a VFC gearbox, a VFC body, pretty much all VFC. The thing's a tank, and it has such a high rate of fire, and I love this gun. So now that you saw the first M4, this is the second one. This is my Australian SASR inspired M4. I actually bought this off a good friend of mine. It's a GNG based gun. Pretty much everything set up for a CQB build. I put a really heavy spring in there to shoot so I can get some additional FPS. It has a Tinley 40K motor, so it's real snappy. It's wired to the rear. It has low res wiring, Dean's plugs. And what makes this gun unique is that it actually has an ICS grenade launcher, which compared to the newer grenade launchers in the market, this one is super lightweight. It's not front heavy for what you would think, and it's a really great build, and I'll probably put some footage of me shooting it and whatnot. And yeah, it's my Aussie Gat. So the last gun of the Armory is the biggest one out of all of them. It is the Mark 46. The reason I have this gun is just because that you can lay down so many BBs with this gun. It is ridiculous. I think the reason for that is I have at first I had a Lonex high torque motor in there, but I think the way I had the battery set up was that it burned the motor out, so the motor doesn't work. So I put a E&L motor in there, which is pretty good. It's up there in the motor chain. This thing works flawlessly. It has, like I said, a high rate of fire, especially with that big box mag on it and the auto winding feature. The only thing I'd change about this is I'd probably get one of the Bull Gear hop-up units so you can put AEG inner barrels and AEG hop-up bucking and nubs, which can give it a more additional range. And another downside is that this thing weighs a lot. Even with the carrying handle and you having that, I guess, handle style of carry, it still is a hassle going up into the mountains and stuff playing. But other than that, if you get this thing set up and a bunch of people in front of you, you can have the time of your life. You can get some sick kills with this thing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be uploading more videos like this of the other members of Team Regulars. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It really means a lot. And follow us on Instagram too. Make sure to see us in the field. If you see us in the field, don't be afraid to say hi. Have a nice day.